5, and the Sword of Cain has been claimed. Really won't have too much to do with me. And then peace has been negotiated between Torgovern and Paravon. So that's Wood Elves and Bretonia making peace. Paravon and Torgovern. Torgovern, not that one either. No, must be the fourth one. Anywho, probably won't affect me too much either, so long as neither of them launch armies into my mountains. So my war army has gone into raiding stance, which means they're going to regain some forces, which is good. So I can use them as scapegoats once again in the future. And the last remaining Karak Hirn settlement now has the king, Alaric Ranulfson. Well, you're about to, mate, because I am going to finish off the assault on Karak Hirn. Yeah, I mean, they've got a settlement garrison back, which is a little bit annoying. But let's see what the auto-resolve does on this one. Now, I have saved it because, once again, I would expect to lose none of these troops. Like, they've got a seriously depleted garrison. I know they've got their king, but come on. Okay, so let's see. I haven't lost any from Skarsnik's army, which is good. I've lost 145, so let's hope that isn't too many of the War troops. Okay, lost a unit of squig hoppers from the War. I can probably accept that, to be honest. I mean, if I'd been fighting it myself, there's no way I would have sent the squig hoppers anywhere near the walls, because they were already depleted. But for the sake of time, and kind of just to prove my point about how auto-resolve, sometimes you lose units that you wouldn't normally lose. But it is a time-saving exercise. But the main thing is that the dwarfs are destroyed. And now I can raise Karak Hirn to the ground. And that is going to be the Karak Hirn faction destroyed. Another swindler, so many of those. Yep, Karak Hirn destroyed. Awesome. Rank gained on Ublog. And a decisive victory. And yes, so my war army is down to 19 out of 20, and they're going to have to recover a bit more now. But it's all good. Of course, normally I would have taken Karak Hirn for myself, but couldn't do that because of this one province challenge. Let's promote Ublog. He's a pretty good fighter now. At rank 22. Some more melee. Make him even nastier. So the army can't do anything this turn because it's used all its movement to destroy Karak Hirn. I wonder who I'd like to take over Karak Hirn. I mean, the border princes seem to be kind of on the same page as me, in that they were the ones who helped me defeat Karak Hirn. Indirectly, that is. But technically my relationship with them is fading. It's getting worse. So maybe I don't want them to be too strong. I mean, it would be a disaster if Clan Angren took it, because I'd just be trading one dwarf for another. And they are very strong at the moment, Clan Angren. So really, it would benefit me most if Karak Hirn just stayed empty, but I very much doubt that will happen. I doubt the Empire will claim it, but I could be wrong. The Empire have got a fair few settlements going. Right, so that army, Skasnik's army can't do a lot. I am going to work towards getting Bartorg to join Skarsnik's army. So that I've got a wizard in this army, and I'm going to drop one or both of the Night Goblin units so that they can join Ragok's forces. Okay, now Ragok was suffering with low fightiness, so I need to move him into a raiding stance. And that will mean not only does he recover the forces that they lost, but also the fightiness will go back up again. So Ragok will be all good. And that'll mean that he stays put, gains a little bit of money as well, which is always handy. So that Skarsnik can join him and do a bit of an exchange of troops between the two of them, which is cool. For those who aren't sure what I'm thinking about Fort Sol, I don't really need to attack it. While the Gold Order is there, they can't make any troops because they don't have any recruitment buildings. So they really are no threat whatsoever. So it's kind of just like a free province where I can raid as much as I like, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm liking that idea. But at the same time, I do also just want to crush an enemy. Because originally, when I defeated Karak Hirn, it was Golden Order and Karak Hirn who attacked me and brought the fight to me. Obviously, I destroyed them and showed them what for, and it would be nice just to get revenge on both of them. But we'll see. We'll see if Fort Sol gets in my way like it is. Of course, what I don't want is for the Empire to confederate with the Golden Order, and then the Empire would have Fort Sol. So, actually, having just literally thought about that potential issue, I might have to just take Fort Sol and be done with it. Anywho, there's still no threat up in the north to Karak Azgaraz, which is good. My obedience is now going down slowly, but there's plenty of time before I get a rebellion. And I've got this building being built to increase my obedience. That's all good. In Karak Hirn, I've now completed the building of the Goblin Tinkerer bench, so I can spend a whopping 6,000 to upgrade it to the next level, the Goblin Workshop. And that's pretty important because I was looking towards researching some better things, including not so much the Doom Diver catapult, but I think the Arachnrock Spider was one of them. Was it? Have I made that up? I thought the Arachnrock, yeah, the Arachnrock requires a Goblin Workshop before I can research it. So that is a useful thing to work towards. To the minute, my research is like for units that I can't really use. Although having said that, that's plus 10% for troll units, and I can recruit them. So I'm actually going to switch to that one. Or was I? No, I think I was getting Squig Riding actually, wasn't I? Oh, I can't remember. 3 turns to get Squig Riding, and then maybe I'll work on trolls. What that does mean as well is Azgaraz can now demolish the Tinkerer bench, and I can think of something else to build there, which is cool. And yeah, Karak Hirn, I still don't need to build my extra garrison because it's pretty safe. There you go, so that's just a summary of all the thoughts that I've had in previous turns. Yeah, looking alright. Then there's this situation to update you with. So Sly is on a bit of a scouting mission. There were 3 Clan Angrand armies, full stacks, or nearly full stacks, in this area. 2 of them moved west, and one of them moved to sort of like this area. And then what happened was Grimgor Ironhide led an Orc army, which didn't have many more units than you see now, and it completely eradicated that Dwarf army. So that was awesome. That is really, really cool. And this, what remains of the Black Crag, because they don't have many settlements left, is sort of recruiting and recovering from Black Crag. So if they stay alive, then they could be good allies for me. I'm on a non-aggression pact at the moment, and my relationship is improving. Technically, they would accept this confederation, but I just can't do it because I can't gain another settlement yet, another province. So if they're still alive when I've fully upgraded Karak Hirn, maybe then I'll consider it. Everyone else properly hates me still, and Skyra friendly, which is good. I don't want any more than an aggression with them because you can't trust Skaven. Everyone knows that. Yeah, so I need to think about what is my next move after defeating Karak Hirn and getting rid of Fort Sol. I mean, I don't want to attack the Wood Elves because even though I'm at war with 2 of them, I don't think they'll accept a peace treaty. They won't. And they won't. And they do dislike me, but the relationship's improving, which is a really weird situation because every time I look, it's been improving and it's not been getting better because something angers them. Like, for example, my treaty with the Skyra. But hey, it's the aversion that keeps going up which causes it, but so far they haven't attacked over the mountains, so got no issues with them. Sylvania, I'm gradually building up a friendship with them. And I think the vampires could be a good ally. I don't really want to fight the Empire yet. I'll get rid of Golden Order sooner rather than later, I think. That relationship is fragile. The minute Empire decide to come into my territory, there's going to be a big war. This is what's concerning me. I am already at war with Clan Angrand, and that is a status I can't do anything about. I can't negotiate with them. But they are the strongest faction. They've got 11 settlements. And we know they've got at least 2, probably more, full stacks of units. So, I think I'm at war with these guys as well. That's a bit weird. But I mean, they haven't done anything to anger me, so I'll probably stay away from that side of the mountains. This is what's troubling me, if I'm honest. Clan Angrand. They're strength rank 1 with 11 settlements. I'm strength rank only 60 because I've only got 3 settlements, and I'm not going to be able to increase that for a little while. So I'm thinking maybe I should just go on a bit of a suicide mission and try and reduce the strength of Clan Angrand. It is potentially a suicide mission. That's my only issue. But yeah, don't have to decide just yet because it's a little way off. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's first of all just have a bit more of an explore into the mountains. See if I can find anything else about this area. Oh, Black Iron Mine. Who are they? Deathmaster Snitch. Clan Eshin. I don't think I've spoken to them yet. Let's see if I can get a bit of a non-aggression pact up with them, because they're only at war with the Karak Hirn, who are dwarfs. So out of dwarfs and Skaven, I'm definitely on the side of the Skaven. So yeah, they're not ready to talk yet. But does that mean Black Crag have only got 1 settlement? Yeah, they've got 2. So I'm not sure where the other settlement is. Oh, and managed to uncover Karak 8 Peaks. That's actually Skarsnik's home and the settlement that he wants. So maybe what I'll do, travel around there and sort of locate that area. So this is all just a bit of a scouting mission, really, for Sly. Although I am missing his assassinate ability. So yeah. As the game gets bigger, you do tend to unload, reveal more on the map. And yeah, I think we're good. Let's go into 1056. A brutal business. Battle as a blood-soaked affair, limbs severed, bones exposed, men left for dead in the cruel-soaked fields. Amongst scores of fallen friends and enemies, strong weapons forged with time, sweat and expertise are the difference between victory and defeat. A good sword cuts clean through bone, severing heads and limbs, where lesser weapons will merely maim. As instability grows across the world, so too does man's bloodlust, and his desire for war and carnage on an ever grander scale. So we've got brutal business for 10 turns. Extra weapon damage for everyone. Nice. Okay, so yeah. Demolished the Goblin Tinkerer bench in Karak Hirn, which is good. And Torgovern are now at war and Skyra. Just remind myself of my missions. So yeah, I've got to raise or sack 1 more settlement of the dwarfs. So there isn't actually one of those readily available. So in order to do that, I probably do need to be at war with... Well, I'm already at war. I do need to be in a fight with Clan Angrand. So yeah. And then there's Take It for the Boys. Capture and occupy settlement belonging to any of the following enemies of Black Crag. Yeah, all of those settlements are a little way away, apart from Clan Adgrund. So I could actually do a double swoop by getting both missions just by... Oh no, that's capture and occupy a settlement. Well, I'm not allowed to do that unless Karak Hirn upgrades to level 5 in 16 turns, which I think is unlikely. Oh. So yeah, my double mission completion there, probably not going to happen, because it's some time before I get 5 population surplus. And even then it takes 6 turns to build that building. So yeah, probably not going to be able to do that second mission, even if I do the first one. Alright, so Ragok's army is recovering nicely. Still a bit unruly, but the raiding camp is helping, so that's all good. No one's taken Karak Hirn yet, so I now need to make my move on Fort Sol, and have decided I will be destroying Fort Sol. I mean, the danger is about the Confederation with the Empire. The problem is, if I actually destroy Fort Sol, the Empire may run in and take it anyway, in which case they'll have it. So it's a lose-lose situation while I can't actually claim it for myself. So never mind. Right, Bartorg has to go the long way around. So it probably causes a bit of a international crisis by doing that. Skarsnik isn't regaining any forces because he couldn't go into raiding stats last turn, but a wire army has. But I want to move underground over to Ragok. And I'm going to sort out my 2 armies a little bit. So again, not regaining forces, but this is sort of like a reset button before I decide what I'm doing. It might be worth having like a massive run on Karak Hirn, which is their big settlement. It's the Clan Angrun's original home in the game. If I were to take that by surprise, yeah, that sacking value of that would be pretty big, I would have thought. The issue is the retribution. You know, is that going to turn their attention towards me? Probably, but technically we've been at war for a long time and they haven't attacked me, so... The other option, of course, is to ignore the dwarfs and go against the Empire, but in my experience, the Empire eventually loses to Chaos and Vampires in most games I've played. So, yeah, at the moment, I'll leave the Empire alone, I think. While the dwarfs are the strongest faction, they're the ones I'm going to probably attack. Right, and Sly on his mission. I did see an army of Black Crag defeated down here. I don't know what happened to Grimgor's army, but another smaller army sort of went into this fog of war area and then died promptly. So that's probably as a result of Clan Angrund, but couldn't actually see it happen myself. So let's continue this little exploration around here. Didn't find the second Black Crag settlement, but that's not urgent by any means. So there you go, we're back to not a huge amount going on. Oh, except so I did want to... Let's have a look at what I was going to build in Karak Asgaraz. I've got the... I was going to build the squid cages, I think. Is that right? So I was going to build the wolf pens in Karak Hirn. And one other? Did I decide on the one other? In Karak Hirn? Oh, that's not Karak Hirn. Idiot. But yeah, I was going to get this one, Beast Layers, and this, I think, in Karak Hirn. And leaving the Orc Shaman for another settlement, my second settlement, because I've already got enough wizards. Well, one wizard and a hero. So I think I'm okay for wizards at the moment. yeah, so those were the 2 buildings I'm going to build with my last remaining slots, which means Squid Cages is going to be in Karak Hirn, which is cool. It will hopefully mean I can recruit most troop types, apart from shamans, in this province, which is what we want when we can only have 1 province. Of course, the other issue with not going on the attack against someone is I am in minus for my upkeep. So it will soon disappear if I don't go aggressive against someone. Alright, lovely. I'll see you in the next 10. Foolish Vainglory. I'm fairly sure I've read that out before, but they say you revel in victory. They say you spend more time erecting monuments to past battles than managing the realm. They say you're a fool. Do I need leadership in all armies? Well, I don't need recruitment, I don't think, anytime soon. So we'll get the Warfare War. Warfare War? What does that sound like? A rank gained on Barthorg, which is good. And construction completed in Grimhold to upgrade the settlement. Talsin and Widrioth have confederated, and that's the beginning of the 4 Wood Elf factions combining. Military alliance negotiated between Karaz, Akarak, and Zufbar, 2 dwarfs, unfortunate. And a population surplus in the Grey Mountains, which is good. One thing I also saw pop up: war declared between the Teeth Snatchers and Karaz Akarak, and Teeth Snatchers and Border Princes. Does that mean that the Teeth Snatchers are now available for me to negotiate with? It doesn't. Oh no. And I've just seen that the Black Crag tribe, or faction, have now lost both of their settlements. So yeah, they're not long for this world. Oh well. Let's have a look down there. Sly didn't hang around to watch. But I imagine that's going to be... Yeah, it is. It's Clan Angrand. Oh. My poor orc brethren. They're leaving me to fight this one alone, it looks like. So where are the Teeth Snatchers? If I remember rightly, that's Wurzag, who's over here. So maybe I need to see how strong he is. So let's go in a bit of a loop. Okay, there's all more dwarfs. Yeah, let's go in a bit of a loop and see if I can find the Teeth Snatchers. I just need any orc ally, really. Yeah. There was no point in confederating with them, even if I was allowed. I wouldn't have been able to defend against that sort of dwarf power. Not in that position, anyway. So, building nicely in my 2 main settlements. Now Grimhold is finished. So do I need the next garrison? I think I probably do. Just because, you know, it's not as strong as it could be. And if the Wood Elves or the Dwarfs and Angrand are going to retaliate anytime soon, Grimhold's going to be the settlement that takes it. So while I've got the money, I'm going to spend 3,000 on that. In Grimhold as well, this would increase growth. And to be honest, the sooner I can get a second province, the better now. So I think I will pay 2,000 to get better growth in this province. Hopefully get Karak Hirn upgraded very soon. And as soon as it's fully upgraded, I can delete this whole building chain and build something else. And speaking of building something else, this Grimhold has another building slot now. So I'm going to have all 5 of them. Won't have this, but not too bothered about that. Got one of those already in the capital. And this one, raiding stashes. Income from raiding, that's nice. Income from sacking. 2% isn't a lot though. I'm not really digging that building as an upgrade. I think I'm gonna get more money. Yeah. More money is less upkeep costs. Or kind of. Alright, so Barthorg, you have leveled up and you're my wizard. Don't think I can give you any extra fancy stuff. Oh, casualties captured post-battle. Let's see if we can give that to anyone who's actually with an army yet. Blood, can you take that? No, you can't, apparently. I've already got it. Yeah, I have. Oh, maybe Braggart can have it. Yeah, on the general. Good. And then actually go back to leveling up Bartorg. So he's going to be a wizard, a proper wizard, to accompany Skarsnik. So do I boost Vindictive Glare? It's good against single combatants, and when you're going against the dwarves, that's never a bad thing because they're really tough characters. I think I will specialise in Vindictive Glare for a little while at least. Alright, so let's just quickly zoom in a bit on this. Some War Army needs to replenish probably a bit before I go against Fort Sol, because it's going to be a proper big battle. I mean, look at that, improved tower projectiles, clockwork bombs. They sound pretty nasty. And that garrison is nice. So 14, 20 units. So I mean, even if I had Skarsnik, Raguk and my War army attacking them, there'll be casualties. There would be casualties. And my armies aren't even fully replenished anyway at the moment. So first of all, let's spend one turn. Why is it not? Oh, it is getting me. I thought that was Skarsnik 175, but it's not. So both of them are in raiding stance, which is cool. And Raguk's fightiness is slowly recovering. So the War army will join me in raiding stance next turn. But let's just quickly, before I go into raiding stance, let's give both units of Night Goblins to Raguk. I think that was all I was going to do. So I was going to get another squig unit. I was going to recruit another squig unit for Skarsnik. Skarsnik himself actually gives a bonus to squig hoppers, I think. Let's check that. Make sure I didn't dream it up. So many bonuses now because of all the upgrades I've given him. I'm sure there was something about squig hoppers. Ah, there you go, it's right here. Charge bonus, plus 14 for Night Goblin squig hopper units in the Lord's army. So really, I do need an extra unit of squig hoppers. So now I've got 18, so I'll recruit another unit of squig hoppers and I'll get Bartorg into Skarsnik's army. Brilliant, and now I'll go into raiding stance. What would be lovely is if I could get, in fact I could. That might be a better idea. Yeah, change of plan. It's good when you change plans on the fly. So everyone come out for a minute. Skasnik, get as close as you can. Oh, he is as close as he can to Fort Sol. Okay. So go into raiding camp. Alright, now this might not work. What I'm thinking of doing is putting Fort Sol under siege. Whoa, no. That's not what we want. Okay, right. Let's maintain the siege for now. But that's not what I wanted. Alright, let's take them out of raiding stance. Is it that's done it? Can I not be in raiding stance as a supporting army? No, that still doesn't work. Don't understand. Can I now move closer? Yes, I can move closer. Okay, right, that's good. So let's move Skarsnik right in there. Does that mean they're now attacking? Yes, they are. Good. Right, that's what I wanted. But I don't actually want to launch an assault. Sorry, this is a bit finicky. What I want to do is put Skasnik now into raiding stance so that he recovers. Let's see what the attack is like now. Yeah, good. So if they attack me, then I'll get my reinforcements for Skarsnik, even though he's in raiding stance. Because Ragok doesn't need to replenish any troops. All he needed was to keep his fightiness level up. And I think while he is besieging, yeah, his laying siege, so his fightiness is going up again. That is good. I'll also have the War army get a bit nearer and also go into raiding stance, I would think, to match what Skarsnik's doing. Yeah, I would think that with the War army nearby, I would imagine the Empire wouldn't attack me on the field. I mean, look at the moment. If I were to attack them, I'd be fighting on this map. Hang on, it says siege vehicles are only available when attacking walled settlements. Well, what on earth is that then? Huh. That's a bit odd. Is that like a glitch in the game? It doesn't count these as a walled settlement. I don't know. But either way, I don't want to fight on that map. I want to fight on an open map where I can smash them up like I normally would. Anywho. Yeah, so I'm just going to chill out like this for a while. If the Empire do attack me, or the Golden Order rather, then that's absolutely fine. Alright, so I'm in a nice position now. Building my buildings. Got 32,000 in the bank. How's my animosity? I don't mean that. Okay, my obedience is now getting nicer. And what is this? Skaven corruption, Osmosis. Oh. That's not what I want. I'm wondering now if Rat Trappers is actually a better idea. So I don't want Skaven Osmosis in the area. So where are the Skaven? Is that because the Skaven are like down here? Surely they haven't created an undercity somewhere inside one of my settlements. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I really will. I've got a -1 corruption penalty. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. Alright. think we're done. Sly moved, didn't he? Yes, he did. Sweet, that's it for 1057. I'm liking the setup against Fort Sol now. The only issue will be is if they attack me now and for some reason the War army doesn't appear. So yeah, we'll find out very soon.